Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 7 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. If you do enjoy today's episode or any of my previous episodes on this channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, share the video around and hit that notification bell so you are alerted when these videos are released. Let's get into the video and let's change this background to red because, you know, Sunderland, red, it goes together. I've got the passion, I've got the talent, I've got the background lights. Now all I need is an actual Sunderland shirt, and I promise you, we will get a Sunderland shirt on at some point during the series. I feel like it's wrong that I haven't supported the club I'm currently managing. You know, I've got to show the players that I'm loyal to them and the board that I'm loyal to them, because right now, they're probably not loyal to me as much as I want them to be. So we need to try and, I say bribe, I more convince. Now, there's no way I can say this without coming across as harsh. But Plymouth and Northampton, your teams aren't great. You're pretty terrible, if I'm honest. Right now, you are currently 23rd and 24th in the league. So it looks like you are going to be getting relegated. Despite that, we're only able to get 4 points out of 6. So I am a little bit disappointed that we weren't able to get all 6 points out of 6, which really would have boosted us up the table. As you can see, we're only out of the playoffs through goal difference. We are currently 8 points away from getting 5th, 4th, and a few other points away from Norwich and Oxford. However, it looks like that Hull and Oxford have dropped off a little bit. Obviously, Hull were running away with it a little bit, and that is who we do play today. So there is the possibility that we could, if we get a lot more wins on the board, there's a very, very, very slim chance that we could potentially challenge for them automatic promotion. Some of you might be like, Alex, you're being stupid. I call it ambition, ladies and gentlemen. I call it bloody ambition. But yeah, the first game that we did play off screen while you were away was against Northampton. At the end of this game, we were definitely the more fortunate of both teams, as we did have a man sent off very, very early on through Luke 09 in the 14th minute, getting himself a red card, losing all composure, losing his head and decision-making. And if we look at his decision-making, 10 concentration, 10 composure, more like 1, mate, more like bloody 1. 14 minutes, we are a man down. And when we had that man sent off, I was fearing the worst. I honestly thought we'd end up losing this game against a team that's very, very poor in Northampton, currently in the relegation spots. 3 points you'd expect us to get, but regardless, we were able to hang on through a point. We initially took the lead through Jordan Willis in the 19th minute, and I tried to shut up shop by putting everything in front of our goal. All the buses, the entire bus fleet, the entire bloody city of Sunderland basically in front of our goal. But unfortunately, they did break the barrier just before half-time, arguably the worst time to concede a goal, through Watson getting himself a goal. And once again, fearing the worst. I thought, we're a man down, we're shattered, we're holding on for dear life. But thankfully, we were able to hold on for our points, which, considering we're down to 10 men, a point's better than none, right? If we would have lost the game, I feel like we probably would have had a meeting, a board meeting. But thankfully, we were able to bounce back in the next game against Plymouth, a 2-1 home victory. And what seems to be the case in some of the games right now is seem to concede in a lot of goals right before half time. I don't know if that's a mentality thing. I don't know if that's a fitness thing or what. But they did take the lead in the 41st minute through a penalty kick, Hardy converting. Thankfully, we're able to get a goal in the 45th minute through Aidan O'Brien just before half time. Once again, in Plymouth's in Plymouth's case, a very bad time to concede. Going into the half, 1-1, and we were able to get a penalty kick of our own through Max Power, converting 10 minutes after half-time in the 55th minute, and thankfully, we were able to hold on. And I've just seen from the expected goals, it was bang even with the expected goals with a 1.65, and it's pretty even in terms of the overall stats. If you look at the shots, the possession, fairly even game. And considering Plymouth aren't a great team, they're in a relegation zone, maybe a little bit of concern. Maybe teams are starting to figure out our gegenpress, how to get around it. I'm not too sure. But of course, going into today's game, we are going to need to be at our best against a very good Hull team. Of course, they did beat us in the league, if I find it. Yeah, they beat us 1-0 at home through Keane Lewis-Potter, and it looks like he's probably going to be playing against us again today in the Papa John's Trophy Northern Section 3rd round. That's a bloody mouthful, Jesus. Of course, Hull are absolutely dominating. I say dominating. They're doing well in the league. I feel like they fell off a little bit. Have they? Not really. I thought Hull were running away with it, but apparently not. Hull are top of the league, having a very, very good season. So this is going to be a very, very tough game. Of course, we are just outside the playoffs, only on goal difference. So there's every opportunity we can get ourselves into the playoffs and take the pressure off me and my side. And, I mean, you may be calling me an idiot. I call it ambition. We're not too far away from the automatic spots. Obviously, it requires all sorts of bottle jobs from Peterborough, Bristol Rovers, Ipswich, Oxford and Hull. But I'm not going to rule it out because anything can happen. There's a lot of games in League One. There's like, 46 games? So we're bang on halfway. So there's every opportunity for us to get into them automatic spots. Now, I did say last episode I would be looking for a striker, and I most definitely have been looking. However, because we're in January, there's not many players that are willing to join or teams that are willing to sell their best players for small amounts of money in January. So, if I'm honest, it looks like there's not going to be any sort of business at the end of this month, which is a little bit disappointing. I did go in for Andre Gray. However, Watford were asking for an arm and a leg just to get him on loan. So I didn't want to put our financial situation in any more dire straits than it currently is. And as you can see, we're currently losing a lot of money. Excess of 400k a month right now we are losing, which being in League One isn't ideal in the slightest, isn't ideal at all. And I did say at the start of the year, right, that going into this year, with the massive stadium we have, we should be 10 or 15 million in the profit, like the end of this year. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if that's because there's barely any fans coming to our stadium because we're not performing well, or it could be the wages. I'm not too sure, but we're going to have to keep a close eye on it. Because if we start going into the reds and you don't get much money for being in League One, we might have to start selling some players. I'm not too sure, which isn't really ideal when we're trying to challenge for the league. If we get promoted, I feel like all of our issues will be solved, but you can't bank on that, can we, unfortunately? But of course, going into today's game, it's going to be tough, but we will skip to the tactics screen so you know which team is going to be playing against Hull today. Going into the game, we are absolutely shattered. And we've got Leiden Aguch currently out as well, which means we're going to have to bring in Chris Maguire on that left side. That's not filling me with confidence. I mean, he's a good inside forward, but that pace really, really lets him down. And we're going to stick with the gegenpress. We're going to try and strangle Hull a little bit. We're going to try and pressure them, force them into mistakes. And I mean, I don't know what to expect from this game, if I'm honest. I don't know what performances to expect. I don't know who's going to play well. I'm not too sure. But leave your predictions in the comment section below. Do let me know what you think the score predictions will be. Who will have faith, who will not? I'm curious. But let's go into the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a tough game. Let's see how we get on. Now, in terms of tactical advice, we're going to do opposition instructions. I'm going to trust my assistant manager can do a job for us. And we're going to get Gooch out of the lineup. Right! I mean, I don't really care about this trophy, if I'm honest. As harsh as that sounds, I'm not really too bothered. It'll allow me to focus on the league a little bit more, and it'll allow our players not to be as tired. Now, Hull's team, I don't really recognise anyone. Doherty, maybe. I mean, their best player isn't there. I forgot his name now. I feel like I recognise Cartwright as well. In terms of quality, Hull probably have it better, so we're going to have to be at our best. And in terms of team talk, I need to get this right. Thrash arms. I'm expecting you to win. No one cares. Brilliant start, everyone. Absolutely fantastic start. Jordan Willis, Jake, Max Power, individuals. Get it on. Right. Let's see how we start the game. Just under 15 minutes gone, and we are actually having the better of the game in terms of shots. And there is a chance here. Set piece. Shoden. It's not disallowed. You are kidding me. I mean, he didn't look offside. I mean, Hull Stadium isn't really filled either. But it's Maguire, a player that I sort of criticised at the start of the game, and Scowen gets above everyone else. And it's probably very unfortunate the VAR ruled that out, to be fair. I don't know if it's VAR or the actual assistant referee, but we are looking good. We're definitely having the better of the game. Hull haven't had a single shot yet. We've only had one on target, but we are absolutely dominant. I feel like Hull have probably put out a pretty average team because they probably don't care about this trophy. The sort of same as me. I mean, maybe I should have took the same route, as in maybe playing a second string side against Hull to rest our players, because if we get any injuries here, that could have a major impact on our league campaign. Now, I am going to change a few things. Aidan O'Brien with another poor game. What is there to expect nowadays from the boy? We're going to bring our captain off, and some of you might be a little bit confused by that, but I don't want Max Power getting injured. We're not going to do another sub, because I feel like if you do another sub, you're basically asking for someone to get a broken ankle in the 47th minute, so we're not going to risk it. 60 minutes gone. There's yet to be a single opportunity that hasn't been offside, and Hull have got themselves a shot. Now, do I bring on another sub and risk it? I feel like this game's sort of ready for the taking. I feel like Hull aren't really trying to win it, so I might put Woodburn alongside Wyke here, and that's Woodburn to be the advanced forward and Wyke as the target man, or Woodburn as the poacher. And maybe Luke 09 on instead of... Right, I think what we'll do... This may sound ridiculous, but I want to go for this game. And, you know, there's not really anything to lose. Because if we go out, we go out. There's not really a massive deal about it. So I would like us to actually win this so we can get... I said I don't really care, but if we can win this, the money might be there for us to benefit from. I don't want to go to extra... Will this go to extra time? Oh, I can't be dealing with extra time and penalties in a game of this little importance. And it is going to go to extra time unless we get a goal. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, it goes to penalties. Possibly the least dramatic match you've ever seen in your life. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going to penalties. Right, I don't actually know who my best penalty takers are, so we're just going to guess, and I'm going to ask our assistant to do it. But Chris Maguire has the best penalty taken, so maybe that injury to Gooch was a little bit of a blessing in disguise. Try to relax, be decisive, and know where you're putting your penalty. I mean, Max Power, you've been subbed off, mate, so I don't know why you care. Right, here we go. The first penalty, Maguire versus Long, and he slots it in the bottom left-hand side corner. What a penalty from Maguire. I mean, no goalkeeper in the world would be saying they could get two keepers in and that wouldn't happen. No one saves that. But Jones, and he goes in the exact same spot, a little bit higher. Top left corner this time. And Woodburn steps himself up. I feel like this is going to go on for ages. Woodburn against Long. Oh, my boys let me down, everyone. My boys let me down. Wilkes, and we are potentially going to be going out of this trophy unless he saves it. Oh, what are you doing, keeper? What are you doing, mate? That was literally the perfect opportunity for us to get back on evens. If White misses this, we're done for. Oh, God damn it. Right, well, it's not looking good, is it? It's not. McGuinness. Come on! Right, we're back in it. We need to score this, though, and it's Scowen. Maybe we should have kept Max Power on the pitch, but Scowen needs to keep us in this game. If he doesn't, oh, for f***'s sake, why are we so bad at penalties? We're like England against Germany. Oh, for God's sake. We're going to, if Hull score now, Fleming, with a chance to put his team into the next round of the Papa John's Trophy. Didn't want to win it anyway, so it's fine. I mean, he's probably not going to save it, is he? No. Right, well, that is a major, bitterly disappointment. Look at them celebrating, the absolute morons. You only celebrate small wins, don't you, Hull? Only celebrate your small wins. You know what we do? We celebrate the big wins because we are not pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Oh. The board's going to be unhappy. I mean, what are the boards saying about that? I mean, I'm a C minus. I mean, they said it's not important. Well, I'm glad they have the same opinion as me. We don't care. Right. Well, that's not gone great for us. I feel like our motivation and our club atmosphere has gone down a little bit, and it has. That could have a little bit of a knock-on effect going into these next few games. Right. I mean, I'm looking at the attendance, by the way. The attendance isn't great. I mean, if we look at the start of the year, I mean, saying that, it's not been great throughout the year. I don't know why we're not filling our stadium. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, saying that we should be filling our stadium. Our stadium's like 40,000, right? Facilities, 48,000, and we're only filling 20,000. Is that maybe like a rule in League One? I'm not too sure. But where are we going to come back for in the next game? I feel like the next game has to be against MK Dons, away from home. So we've got 4 league games in between now and then to sort of see how we get on, if we get ourselves into the playoffs. So we'll have to wait and see. But we are going to come back for the MK Dons game, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share that video around. It really, really does help, and I really do appreciate it. But keep yourself safe. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Fucking penalties. Didn't want to win penalties anyway. Honestly. What are we, England? I bloody hope not. For God's sake.